Tonight I wanted to do something different. I wanted to come to you all, bring you information about women's health. Tonight I'm bringing my dear friend, Miss Debbie King, daughter of Don King, and she wanted to share her testimony of her experience about her menstrual cycle in the past when she was going through her women's flow. Also, I was going to take the time to share information about a product that's now on the market, giving our women today a better option, a better choice to better their overall health. Miss Debbie.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so are you familiar with this leading brand here?
Yes, I am.
Okay, and this pad is the one that I'm going to be introducing, which is our Cherish brand, all natural pad. And this is your first time, right, seeing this?
Yes, it is.
This
Yes,
demonstration. Okay, so first of all, I want to show how the leading brand has air pockets. And basically openings that would expose and allow different harmful particles to get in there, and dust and whatnot that could be hazardous to our bodies that we actually expose to our private areas. Whereas our pad is completely sealed on all sides. Okay, I'm gonna take this time to open up the pad. And I'm going to allow Miss Debbie to feel the pad. Our leading brand. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So first of all, an average woman on an average day sheds on her side about 50 millimeters of women's flow to her pad. On an average, a woman would typically change their pad on an average about 5 to 6 times throughout the day. A woman would also, in fact, want to maintain their dryness. So if they are heavy flow, if it's on the first day of their cycle, they probably would change pads about 10 times. Well, typically, an average pad says that it's supposed to hold your flow for up to 8 hours. So what we're going to do is we're going to show how, or give a description on how moisture is actually sitting on the pad, and how moisture would, somewhat of a demonstration how it would look from the seat of the pad, and show the dryness versus our pad in the leading brand. Okay, so this is 50 millimeters of water, which represents a typical flow for a woman on her average cycle. Okay. Let's see. Alright, I'm going to give it a second to just settle in there. Alright. They're evenly distributed throughout the pad. Now, if you'll notice on that leading brand, you'll notice that there's a, let's say a blue, supposed to be like a leak or absorption type of ink. And technically it's just, looks like just dye painted on there. And that's supposed to be to keep the absorption or the moisture or extra dry there. And on ours, this is a negative ion strip that's actually infused. We don't have ink or dye on ours. Ours is all natural, where this is synthetic cotton. Okay. All right. Alright, so now we're going to take a napkin and I'm going to let you do it.
Oh, okay.
Yep, you're going to just lay it on there and you're going to press down. Give it a good hand print. There you go.
Okay.
And then do this one. Wow.
Look at that. Look at my hand.
Wow.
The water is on my hand.
Wow. And I'm glad you did that one first.
Yes.
Wow.
This is completely dry.
Okay, so now let's hold them up. Hold them up. Wow.
You can see the outline of the pad on this wet one, can't you?
Wow.
So this represents how my body was feeling.
Wow.
Isn't that something?
And this is still dry.
And it's still dry. Look at that.
Looking like a fresh.
I can touch it with my bare hand, and my hand is not wet.
Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Wow.
Okay, so now we're not finished.
Okay.
So now we're not finished. Okay, so what we're going to do is attempt to separate the pad. Let's see. Okay, let's see. I'm going to try this one. At least we know they're designed well.
Yes.
I got nails, Jesus. Okay, there we go.
There it goes.
Okay. Uh-oh. Okay, so the first layer you'll see here, first of all, this has
Looks breathable.
exactly. And it's super soft, which is natural.
Yes, it is. And it's dry.
Exactly.
Okay.
Dry, completely, that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
You have the negative ion strip that helps the woman's blood. Negative ion strip, it's kind of similar to when you go to a beach, which you're happy to live on the beach here. When you get that relaxing feel that you feel, or if you're by a waterfall, the negative ion strip helps balance the emotionally, I won't say it just gives you a relaxing sensation. And it
Okay.
helps because it's infused in here, and this is what we're sitting on.
Correct.
So we're gonna set that there, kind of like a microchip. It's like the secret ingredients. All right, so. Okay. Have another layer here of protection. Super
Okay.
soft,
Mm-hmm.
dry. Another layer.
And then that's where it's supposed to trap everything. Another
Yep.
layer.
And it
That
has-
has the dry weave. That's breathable.
Yep.
Okay.
And it's all intact as well.
Mm-hmm. Hasn't fallen apart.
I was gonna see if I should take.
Now you're gonna get the jelly stuff. That's what holds that together.
Alright, so now we're gonna roll this up. And we're gonna set it in this little
Okay.
vial. Okay. And then this last one. Our adhesive is natural,
Okay.
as well as breathable as well. I was gonna say the pores.
Yeah, you can see
They're little.
they're tiny, but they're there.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay.
Let's try leading brand. Now, the construction is definitely, totally different. And I don't want to say poorly put together, but
It's sort of falling apart there, isn't it?
yeah. this is breathable, but it's plastic. It's not soft, it's not cotton. So that means if you're wet and you're sitting on a plastic bag, then what does that mean? And then the next layer is
Looks like a silicone.
this is dye actually. Oh, and you actually could see the blue
Coming
going
on the
going
cotton.
onto the cotton.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, you can actually see that. So just imagine if this has only been, the water's only been on here, what, 5 minutes?
Plus, you have no body heat.
Right.
Because our bodies put off a great deal of heat.
So just imagine, this is actually, the dye is actually infusing inside of the cotton. It's turning blue. And had it been on there for an hour, the typical time that a woman would have on a pad, I'm sure this would be definitely a lot darker than it is now. In addition to that, if it's on this pad, it's also can also go inside of your bloodstream. So now we're gonna take this and put it inside. That's the leading brand. That's the Cherish.
Okay.
The last layer, so that was like 3 layers. Plastic, sheer plastic, not one pore. Plastic, and it's still drenched in water. So it's like you basically having your cycle on a plastic bag. Okay, let's set them all over here. Okay, so let's see. All right. So we did 50 millimeters of water, 50 millimeters of water. This is 50 millimeters of water. I'll do their pad. This is the leading brand. I'm gonna do a little over 50 millimeters of water into the Cherish brand. Instantly, instantly it's absorbing. I mean, instantly.
Yes, it did.
And look at this, is just sitting there. And this is white, this is yellow. This is actually turning, whereas it was white before, it's actually turning a change in colors.
Yep. Wow.
Wow. Now, one more thing, let's see. Wait for a second. Okay, let's give it a minute or two.
That's still that 6 tablespoons of water.
Wow, it hasn't went anywhere.
Nowhere. Water in there.
So basically, it's almost like you're sitting on a cloth in your undergarments. And this one is completely absorbed, all gone. Dryness, that represents dryness. So since this is basically completely loose,
Wow. That's amazing.
now let's do this. This is the access of, wow, look at that. So you had 50 millimeters of water on the pad originally. We put an additional 50 millimeters of water afterwards, and now I'm doing the 50 millimeters of water that was left over out of this vial. Okay, and it wouldn't even absorb the last little bit of remnants of water there. But this instantly absorbed it. There's no drip.
Amazing.
So there you have it, guys. Did you want to share any of your stories? You were telling us earlier today about your experience when you were younger, and if there were products like this on the market then, how your life would have been way, way, way easier during your time in the month.
Well, I think for me, growing up, we were introduced to the disposables and with the adhesive and all that, and I ended up having fibroid tumors. And due to the fact that I had fibroid tumors, it caused me to have excessive cycles that would last long as 30 days or more at one time. So you're constantly draining all the vitamins and minerals and nutrients out of your body. My skin would turn gray. You would be tired. As a result of years of having fibroids, I ended up having to have a hysterectomy. After I had the partial hysterectomy, I then got another cyst, and it caused me to have endometriosis, which is one of the most painful things you can ever imagine. And I had to get a second surgery where they gave me a complete, total hysterectomy. So had something like this been available, you had a better chance of not being a victim of such tumors. They say, well, it's prevalent in African American women. Well, if it can be avoided, it should be avoided.
Right.
And as I look to women in the future, I have 2 granddaughters, and I want to give them every advantage that we didn't have to protect them, where they don't have to go through the pain and suffering. It's a burden as it is, so we don't need to have nothing to help them.
Oh, and then a older embarrassment, school accident.
Absolutely.
Wow.
That's the worst thing you can do is have on something and you stand up and it bleed through.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So you need this, and our girls today are way more athletic than they were. And I was very athletic, and you got to worry about pads shifting, and you playing ball and all of that, it just.
So you want to have something that's super absorption, so know it's not leaking over. Know you're dry and comfortable.
Right,
wow.
And that's the main thing right there. When you feel wet, now that can increase sweating because your body puts off heat. So just think, if you have liquid infused in plastic and you got your body heat, you're increasing more heat to make you sweat, itch, be irritated, create odor and everything else, and that's the last thing you want to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you want to feel secure, and in feeling secure, you also want to be safe.
Wow.
So as I see moms doing more and more programs to enlighten and get the girls the HPV tests and all the different things, this will play a big part in that.
Yeah.
Because you have to do total health.
Right. The kids have to be informed.
Absolutely. And that goes for little boys too, because you're going to grow up to be young men who have girlfriends, you have sisters, you have mothers.
That's why our campaign, Now We Know, we literally pride ourselves in informing women and letting them know how important it is to get informed about your women's health, how important it is to protect yourself and take care of yourself, and not use products that are on the market that could potentially cause all of those things that Ms. Debbie was describing.
Absolutely, because as there's some forms of women cancer that there's no cure. So if you can avoid any of this,
exposing yourself.
So education is the key, and I applaud you for what you're trying to do and to educate these women, and I feel it should be a part of their health programs at school.
Wow.
Because we have to teach them home. So what you start at home can move abroad, because now this one can tell this one, and this one can tell this one, and
each one reach one.
There you go. There you go. And that's just a wonderful thing. And we only have one life to live, so we might as well protect it.
Right. Thank you, Debbie.
You are very.
So if you would like more information about this product, or if you would like to purchase this product, please go to www.heavenaccessories.com to make your purchases. thank you so much. Also, if you'd like to speak to someone directly, you're experiencing any of these issues, or you'd like to just share your testimonies with us, you can also dial 770-912-9221. Thank you so much. Bye.
Welcome. It was a pleasure.
All righty. Bye. Signing off. We'll just come up here and have a conversation.
So now I'm looking to see, since we poured the water into this one, to see what's left.
Wow. Wow.
Look at that. This is what the pad after it's
And there's
diffused,
nothing to
in there.
touch. Completely. It's like,
Look at that. That is terrible.
I would not ever want to sit on something like this
That's terrible.
2 hours, let alone 8.
And when I turn this, look over there, not a drop comes out. Unbelievable.
Wow. Right.
Wow, that's amazing.
Wow. And look. Now this is serious right here. Look at it.
And
Wow.
it just absorbs.
That's crazy. I love this product.
Yes, proof is in it.
Right. www.heavenaccessories.com.